It's about to go down for all our foes. It's time to watch the greatest show. The round table flick brings all the news, all the heat for all the you. From Raw to Dynamite and SmackDown too. Now tune in and play some trivia too. The round table pro wrestling podcast is on, so tune in. The round table pro wrestling podcast is on, so tune in.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the 48th episode of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast.
38.
I am the franchise player, Double B Babbler. I am joined by my boy, Double J Josh James, and I'm joined by Shane Husky from Husky's Funhouse. Ladies and gentlemen, the news never stops. Never. So let's jump into it, man. Look, I want to start the show off with something very positive.
Positive?
Very positive.
Wow.
This is courtesy of Mike Johnson from PW Insider.
Oh, PW.
On the lovely island of Oahu in Hawaii, two TNA superstars put the ring on the finger, ladies and gentlemen. TNA star Steph DeLander and Mance Warner have officially announced that they are engaged. Happiness on the Isle of Oahu, Hawaii, courtesy of Mike Johnson from PW Insider. This is what was stated on Steph DeLander's Instagram page. Love is like an open sea. Here's to forever with you. Such a beautiful quote. Congratulations to Steph DeLander and Mance Warner. Ladies and gentlemen, it is not a gimmick. It is for real.
Oh, congratulations.
I mean, TNA might make it a gimmick later, but, congratulations anyway.
Yep.
So, the WWE is putting a lot of shows. The LFG show on A&E. The audience, the demo has been slightly dipping lately. It's week 8 and they have dropped in the ratings. So I'm not going to jump into that because that happened. But I want to talk about something. A&E has been putting on some great shows. Yep. Courtesy of Mike Johnson from PW Insider, the WWE has a show on A&E called WWE's Greatest Moments. It airs on Sundays. This Sunday, March 30th, the show was centered around CM Punk. So the audience draw 158,000 views for 0.03 in 1849 demographic, according to the programminginsider.com. The audience was down from last week's 161,000 overnight views for guess what? An episode of WCW. So let me go over the ratings real quick. Raw in the 90s, which aired February 16th, drew 169,000. There was a 0.04 in the 1849 demo. Raw, the February 23rd edition of the Royal Rumble had 232,000 views for a 0.03. Then we had March 2nd, which had the SmackDown's first decade, 153,000 views for a 0.05. March 9th was the NWO, 165,000 for a 0.04. Coincidentally, on Austin 316 Day, it was an episode on Stone Cold Steve Austin, which drew 133,000 views. Well, that's kind of funny. Then we had the Celebrities Edition on March 23rd, which drew 115,000 for a 0.07, which is the highest demo that they've drawn so far in the 18 to 49 demographic. Then we had the WCW one, 0.03, 161,000. Then we had the April 6th edition of the CM Punk one, 158,000. So A&E's audience has been going up and down, but they've been covering a lot of WWE stuff, and I kind of like the shows that they put on. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of like them.
I've been wanting to watch their spotlights, but also not a whole lot of people watch A&E as well, so there's that.
Yeah. So to talk about something that Shane kind of brought up off the air, courtesy of Mike Johnson from PW Insider, let's talk about Pac. As you know, Pac was seen leaving last night's AEW Dynamite taping on crutches. The police from Montana we spoke with says that the injury is ankle based, but no word yet on how severe the injury is.
Hopefully, it's not severe.
Yeah, I mean that match with Swerve started off kind of hot and heavy, and you can kind of see like right. It happened like almost in the beginning of it that Pac hurt himself. So I mean,
yeah, it was in the beginning that he hurt himself. It was when Swerve was about to do a buckle bomb, but Pac landed on his ankle wrong, and then he rolled outside the ring, and then you could hear him say sorry, like he was, disappointed in himself because of that. All wrestlers, say sorry and then get mad because no one wants that.
Yeah, when I screw up a spot, dude, I feel so much like shit. But yeah, that's it is what it is. We're not perfect. We're not robots. We will screw up. So I mean, just shout out to Pac. Hopefully he gets well soon because I hate to see anyone on crutches. I was recently on crutches and it fucking sucks. Yeah. It sucks really bad. Let's talk about TKO to announce their first quarter earnings on May 8th. I cannot speak today. I don't know what it is. Man,
it's one of those days.
Maybe it's a strawberry lemonade I just downed over here. So TKO to announce the first quarter of the 2025 results. This is courtesy of Dave Shear of PW Insider. New York Business Wire, TKO Holdings Inc., TKO, the New York Stock Exchange, TKO, a premium sports entertainment company, will release the first quarter results after market hours on Thursday, which is today.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. Oh no, this is gonna be Thursday. This is gonna be Thursday in May. Thursday, May 8th, on a live teleconference to discuss the results and provide a business update scheduled for 5 p.m. Eastern Time, which is going to be 2 p.m. on the same day. And ladies and gentlemen, before we finish this, let's go to a quick commercial break. We will be right back with more of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast.
When you want to get your hair cut, you go get your hair cut right. You head down to Big D's Barbershop. Big D's Barbershop, Vancouver, Washington's best and brightest. 1019 Main Street, Vancouver, Washington, where you can go get your hair lined up, cuts, fades, shampoos, conditions, and all the great things that go with supporting a local barbershop in a local business area. You can also reach them online at www.bigdsbarbershop.com. Go get your hair cut right.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Hey, it's Angelina Love, one half of The Beautiful People and one half of NWA's Psycho Love, and you are watching the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast.
And we're back. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll never get tired of seeing Angelina Love.
I know you won't. I apologize. That was a person purchasing a ticket for the Roundtable Pro Wrestling debut event. Here we go. Let's talk about
about to go down.
That's right, ladies. That's about to go down, ladies and gentlemen.
Step into the ring, the crowd feeling alive. In the spotlight, bright, yeah, we ready to strive. Champions rise, every match is a show. Fighting for glory, that's how legends grow. From the top of the ropes to the mat we fly. No pain, no gain, you know we reach for the sky. We are warriors here in the name of the fight for...
That's right. Go get your tickets, ladies and gentlemen. We are debuting not just the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast, but the Roundtable Pro Wrestling, actual professional wrestling company. We're going to be doing it live June 8th, Vancouver, Washington, Georgie's Garage and Grill. It is
We're excited.
On and popping, ladies and gentlemen. Yes.
2 months. 2 months. I can't wait.
It is crazy that we started off as a podcast, now growing as a video game company, now into an actual wrestling company. I was trying to think of the words.
I think it's funny how you keep calling us a video game company. Even
Well,
though
it
we're-
was, and then now it's an actual wrestling company.
Sure.
I think it's just awesome that Roundtable Pro Wrestling is going to be a thing. I'm excited. I
Me
can't
too.
wait. I just can't wait to see some awesome wrestling action. I can't wait to I just can't wait in general. Please, everyone, go buy your tickets right now.
Purchase a ticket. All of us are going to be there for the first wrestling
Whoa,
show.
whoa. Not everybody. Unfortunately, Drew won't be there.
Well, we'll get him to be here somehow. Somehow we'll get him to be here.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure it will be streamed just for the Drew Nicholas. Anyway, going back to TKO.
On Patreon.
Yes, right, on Patreon. So they will be doing a live teleconference to discuss the results and provide a business update. It is scheduled for 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which means 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on May 8th. We will keep you guys abreast of the earnings of TKO Sports, WWE, UFC, Power Slap, all of them things. Yeah, so that's going to be pretty interesting.
Do you remember when we were talking about retirement and I brought up Sabu?
Yes.
Well, it has been confirmed that his final match is at Joey Janela's spring break.
During
Friday.
WrestleMania weekend.
Yep. Friday, April 18th in Las Vegas. And it's going to be a no-rope barbed wire match. Sabu versus Joey Janela, and I just now realize how ugly Joey Janela is.
Megan Bang doesn't think so.
Hey, if he could get a woman like that, there's hope for me. There's hope.
There's hope for you, my friend Josh.
There is hope for you.
Oh man! So before we get into some really cool stuff, let's talk about what we already knew 3 months ago, courtesy of Mike Johnson from PW Insider. It is now, in the words of General of Raw SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis, it is now made official. Drew McIntyre versus the Archer of Infamy himself, Damian Priest, is set for WrestleMania. This is courtesy of Mike Johnson from PW Insider. We talked about this months ago, and that was an issue with Damian, with Drew McIntyre saying that this wasn't a WrestleMania caliber match for him. But then they built it. They built it so good.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see this match. So let's go look at this announcement that Nick Aldis did on his own Twitter page.
Hello, everyone. It's your SmackDown General Manager, Nick Aldis. A lot to react to from last week's episode of SmackDown, not the least of which being that RKO from Randy Orton. But a social media video is certainly not the time and place for me to address that, which is not to say that I won't address it at some point. What I'm here to do right now is make a match official for WrestleMania. And I'm here to announce that Drew McIntyre will go one-on-one with Damian Priest at WrestleMania.
Now, here's the thing. We knew that was coming.
Yeah, we kind of knew. What happened?
Did Damian Priest just cut off his feed?
Or was it Drew McIntyre that did that?
It was Drew McIntyre, probably, because he wasn't very happy at all.
I apologize. My mouse is very, very, very sensitive. But yeah, we knew this was happening already. Like they talked about it weeks ago.
Yeah.
We reported it weeks ago that there was like some backstage drama on the road to WrestleMania. Drew McIntyre was very upset about not having a quality WrestleMania match. Hey, I'm just gonna say this, man. Drew McIntyre's championship reign was his second championship reign was all of 45 seconds, maybe. Right?
Yes.
His first championship reign was during the pandemic era. I think he was like champ for like 100 days.
Yes.
Something like that.
Two-time WWE champion and
During
then
the
a
pandemic
one-time
era.
world.
Yep.
Yeah. So 100 days, 45 seconds. That is still longer than Charlotte Flair's 3 marriages combined. Yeah,
I
I'm
would
sorry.
like to say
That's
that
never gonna get old.
Nope.
Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre makes a lot of sense just because of the history they have with each other over the past couple of years.
I mean, but the way it has been built the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk about last year's WrestleMania. Drew McIntyre won the championship. CM Punk attacked him, and out comes Mr. Money in the Bank. Damian Priest cashes in, becomes WWE champion. The following pay-per-view, he got a rematch for the WWE Championship. He lost again. And then during this year's Elimination Chamber, his opportunity to get back at the championship, at this year's Royal Rumble, he was eliminated again by Damian Priest. And then at the Elimination Chamber, he was eliminated again by Damian Priest.
Man,
Dude, like, let's call it what it is. The WWE has listened to the fans. Coincidentally, there was a story earlier this week about Nick Khan saying how he doesn't think that the WWE should listen to on the internet, the IWC, that they should have faith and confidence in what they're doing. So if you think about it, Damian Priest the whole rigmarole about, well, Damian Priest doesn't deserve a shot in WrestleMania match with Drew McIntyre. He's not up to his caliber. Bro, if he wasn't up to his caliber then, he sure as hell is now.
Yep.
right. I'm excited for this match, actually.
So am I. I didn't think I was going to be that excited, but I am now.
It's the way they've been building it up to make you excited, so it worked.
I mean, and that's the thing. Like, building it up is what, there's a story about. There's a phrase: take chicken salad. You can take chicken shit and make a chicken salad, whatever, whatnot. Well, they did that with that feud, and I'm all about that. Like, I like when they build something like that, and it becomes like, oh my god, I really want to watch this. Like we were talking about CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, and Roman Reigns. We were like, do we really want to see that? Roman's been the main event of WrestleMania for like the last 11 years. Do we really want to see that again? And then boom, they're just like 2 weeks, and it was like, oh, I definitely 100% want to see this.
I love it when they book something like that where you're not really looking forward to something that they're booking. Like, I don't really care. Oh my god, I regret saying I regret saying I wasn't looking forward to this match. I'm looking forward to it. I love booking like that in wrestling. Like, it's always it gives you the feels, like it makes you so excited for the match.
Oh yeah,
I love it. I love stuff like that.
So what I'm going to talk about now is something that you guys will probably be really excited about.
Oh.
And I think that Shane, of all people, is going to be really excited about this because I think Shane talked about it in our private chat. But if you go into our private chat right here, I'm going to send you guys a link.
Oh, okay.
And I want you guys to look at that link before we go to the story. And I want you guys to talk about each individual aspect of this amazing thing. And it's a long one. It's a long one.
Oh yeah, that's a long.
It's a long one. So, are you guys ready to talk about it?
Well, they're going to be adding the new NXT and the
NXT. Whoa. Courtesy of Paul Jordan from PW Insider, the latest patch for the WWE 2K25 video game was released. And this latest patch is version 1.0.7 is now available in 2K and have released the following patches, starting with stability and performance improvements.
Yep.
Oh, thank you. That's that
And
game.
then there are some championships that have been added as well, I assume.
There's the new design NXT and NXT.
So we're finally getting the new belts. We lost blood again. So I guess, Jane, let's just go through some of the things. While blood's gone, let's read some of the things that are in this patch. Go for it, my friend.
So yeah, the new updated NXT and NXT Women's Championship are now in the game. And honestly, I'm excited about that. I'm glad that they added that in there. Josh, what do you think on that one?
I'm happy because I was surprised that they didn't add the new belts to it. I mean, they did add the Women's Intercontinental and U.S. Championship. So you think
surprisingly.
Yeah, surprisingly, but it caught me off surprised. Like they didn't add the new NXT and Women's Championship, but I'm happy they're doing that. Addressing reports of the Money in the Bank briefcase clipping in creations.
All right, so yeah, there has been clippings for that issue, so I'm glad that's been fixed.
Yeah, and address reports concerned of camera cuts, performance options not updating in AI versus AI matches.
I don't think I have that type of problem when I do my AI versus AI matches.
I don't think I have either, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
And what else is there going on? of the Hell in a Cell roof transportation to make it more open. Oh, interesting. And so it looks like they're going to be more adding into the NXT parking lot. I mean, that NXT parking lot's already dangerous enough already.
I mean, hey, they added it to the game. I mean, shoot, that's
Did you guys
why I need
see?
it.
Did you guys see on NXT this week how everyone was laid out and Ricky Shanks walks in? He's like, "Man, this place is dangerous."
Yes.
No, we first said that on the podcast. It's now become a mention in NXT.
Hey
And I
man,
love it's becoming a meme now too.
Yeah,
NXT parking lot, the most dangerous place in America.
Exactly. Never go near there.
I mean, like I said, there's a lot of stuff. The My GM stuff, the branding, and the women's mid card championships, Raw, SmackDown, NXT. Too bad ECW doesn't have one.
well, no, because they never had a mid card or a women's title.
Yeah, exactly.
No, their mid card title was their TV title.
Yeah, but for the women,
Women, yeah.
the My Rise, the My Faction, the calendar for the universe, the matchmaking, all these things, the rivalry, the cutscenes, the gameplay, the to run in paparazzi playbacks, all that stuff. Like this is gonna be awesome. Hopefully we can use some of this on Friday, tomorrow for our WWE.
Also, they added the Saturday night's main event arena.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And they finally gave Chad and his team, they finally gave them a group entrance finally.
The American made entrance is finally.
they
it's not
finally
the Her
gave,
Business entrance anymore.
Yeah,
which
right.
is good. Which is good.
People were so mad. Oh my god.
Well, I mean, I knew you guys would love to talk about the WWE gameplay, and the reason why I left the screen for a second is because I want to segue into the next. I'm going to segue into the next story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and this is awesome. Like, how can I? I want to talk about. Okay, so WWE has entered into TKO Sports. TKO Sports has entered into an amazing partnership with Minute Maid. Minute Maid.
Oh.
The Minute Maid company currently owned by Minute Maid is a subsidiary to Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
So Minute Maid has become the official juice of the WWE.
Nice.
Juice.
Yeah, I remember the story from earlier today, and I had to go get some Minute Maid in my cup so I can segue. So yeah, man, that's freaking awesome.
I love Minute Maid.
Minute Maid is made by the Coca-Cola. So in a sense, WWE is now sponsored by Coke. It is sponsored by the energy drink that's currently owned by what's his name?
Prime.
Prime Energy Drink. So
I didn't know that. So okay, that was just a guess.
yeah. WWE is now sponsored by Prime Energy Drink, and now Minute Maid.
Minute Maid.
Currently owned by the Coca-Cola Company.
It's refreshing.
It is refreshing. It is refreshing. That strawberry lemonade drink right there was the bomb.
That sounds good too.
So let's talk about AEW's upcoming Collision show this Saturday. Scheduled for Saturday, we have courtesy of my Just from Peter Insider. Scheduled for Saturday's edition of AEW Collision on TNT and Max from Springfield, Massachusetts. We have the Women's Own Heart Cup Tournament. Athena, the Forever Ring of Honor Women's Champion, taking on my new favorite, Harley Cameron.
I love her.
We also have Women's Own Heart Cup Tournament. Jamie Hayter taking on Billy Starks, former Ring of Honor World Television Champion, Women's Television Champion. And the men's Owen, we have Brody King taking on Kenosuke Takeshita. Anthony Owens takes on Blake Christian. FTR is going to appear. So, I mean, there's a lot of things. Oh, wait. They didn't mention that we had another men's match. It's going to be Hangman Adam Page versus a mystery person.
It's going to be Darby.
It's not going to be Darby.
It's going to be Darby.
No one, you know what, Josh? I love you, man. You have been pushing for Darby Allin to be the world champion, to be the guy who ends Moxley's career.
No, because it's not just because I'm pulling for Darby. It's because that's what it's leading up to. This is going to be AEW's version of Starrcade 97 with Hogan versus Sting. That's what this is building up to. This is what it's going to be.
Do you really want that to happen?
It's going to.
I wanted to have it because Darby deserves to be world champion. Damn it. He's been there for the company since day one. He's done everything.
And also, it's probably the only time we're ever going to get a good John Moxley World Title match is with Darby, because they're pretty much the same person. They love hurting each other.
Speaking of someone who loves hurting someone, let's talk about another story by Mike Johnson from PW Insider. Gunther confirms with PW Insider that he has definitely signed a new deal with WWE. Back in December of 2024, PW Insider broke that Gunther had finalized and signed the deal with the WWE. During the interview today he had with Ariel Helwani, Gunther confirms that he had signed a new deal with the WWE at the end of last year. The belief is he signed a 5-year deal at the time. And let me tell you something, Gunther is a very smart person. Because there are certain people like DX had one. Lex Luger had one.
Yep.
Cody Rhodes has one.
Yep.
Gunther now is part of the I want a tour bus group, because he also in his contract he included the fact that he wanted his own tour bus, so he doesn't have to deal with flying. He doesn't have to deal with all the craziness of the airports and stuff. He just jump on his tour bus and go. I love it.
Gunther Express.
Gunther Express. Man, the Austria on wheels. What do they call their group?
Imperium.
The Imperium on the Imperium bus. So let's talk about something really cool. Trick Williams, current NXT star, is going to be appearing on a crossover show on the CW network called. The show is like the show is about a kid who goes to high school, becomes a college football star, now goes to the NFL. The show is called All American, right? Trick Williams said this. He said, "I'm super excited to be part of the new season of All American." He told Variety magazine, "They treated me like royalty, put me in my own trailer, made sure I looked top tier. I really appreciate it because a few years ago I was working as an extra as a kicker for South Crenshaw. To come back to AD for Crenshaw is a super surreal. That's come back for he I guess it's a AA, but this is AD. For Crenshaw is a super surreal and is a full circle moment for me. They have a great cast and crew, incredible directors, a strong team. It is an honor to be part of this show." Tony D'Angelo, another NXT star, appeared on a show earlier this year called Wild Cards, where he played a mob boss. Forget about it.
Nice.
Forget about it.
So yeah, I mean, that Trick Williams becoming that star that I was talking about earlier, he needs to turn heel. He needs to be more aggressive. He needs to get out of that babyface cookie cutter, shake babies and kiss hands mode. And he's pigeonholed into one type of character, and it's not working for him.
And also, Booker T keeps singing his theme song when he comes out too.
Yeah,
I mean, he's kind of already being more aggressive right now on anything.
You know what he should do? He should walk over and slap the shit out of Booker T.
And says, "That's for Swerve.
Whoop that trick. Whoop Booker."
If he says that's for Swerve, I would laugh.
Bro, I would, man, I'd become a Trick Williams fan right then and there. Let's talk about TNA to host the Chris Bay all-day celebration fundraiser in Las Vegas next Thursday. This is courtesy of Mike Johnson from PW Insider. TNA Wrestling is turning its upcoming Unbreakable pay-per-view into a heartfelt tribute for Chris Bay, who is recovering from a serious neck injury suffered during the match last October in Detroit. PW Insider can confirm the festivities will take place at the Cox Pavilion in Las Vegas this Thursday, April 17th, WrestleMania week, culminating in an Unbreakable live event airing on TNA Plus at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 7 p.m. our time. But the Bay tribute begins much earlier with the debut of a special fan event called Breakfast Q&A with the Hardys, hosted by TNA announcer Tom Hennigan. The exclusive 2-hour session kicks off at 10 a.m. local time, which is 10 a.m. our time, and will feature the TNA Tag Team Champions Jeff and Matt Hardy answering fan questions in an intimate setting. Chris Bay himself is scheduled to appear, and the fans in attendance will receive a limited 11x14 commemorative photo featuring Bay and the Hardys. Now, a lot of people were mad because the Hardys were in that match that Chris Bay got injured in, and they blame it on the Hardys, but it wasn't the Hardys' fault.
No.
In addition, TNA Talent will also be on hand.
On the Hardys.
Yeah, well, the IWC, go figure.
Well, yeah.
Additional TNA talent will also be on hand to support the event, and teenies will enjoy getting to enjoy a simplified Bay's favorite cookies, affectionately known as cream betweens. Wow. I don't know I don't know what to say about that, but tickets are priced at $50. All proceeds benefit Chris Bay directly. Tickets can be purchased at TNAmerch.com. The Q&A will also stream live on TNA Plus. Later that evening, Unbreakable, the entire TNA roster, including wrestlers, referees, announcers, and staff, will don a special edition Chris Bay t-shirt. After the event, these shirts will be auctioned on TNA's official eBay page, with all proceeds going to support Chris Bay during his recovery. We are incredibly proud to process Chris Bay of the progress Chris Bay has made and continues to make. TNA Wrestling President Carlos Silva stated, "We are incredibly excited for Chris Bay all day, as wrestling fans worldwide can unite to support one of the most inspirational wrestlers of all time." And an official press release on the event will be issued shortly. That's pretty effing cool. TNA Wrestling, as a professional wrestler, I think that is fucking amazing that a company is taking all the proceeds from an event and giving it to a wrestler on their roster. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool. It makes me happy. And, it's just, it's just really amazing that TNA is doing this for him. These are true friends that are taking care of a brother right now.
In professional wrestling, the word brother is used a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people say the word and they don't know the meaning. Mm-hmm. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the meaning of the word brother. So, speaking of TNA on Access TV, here's our TV preview, courtesy of Mike Johnson from Beat Up Insider. So tonight, TNA Impact will be on Access TV. You'll see Steve Macklin versus Eddie Edwards, Mustafa Ali versus Ace Austin, and I'm pretty sure a 5-star classic. X Division champion Moose takes on Cody Deaner. Leon Slater takes on the man, the myth, the legend, the courthouse man himself. I will sue you, Ryan Nemeth. The
that should be his wrestling thing from now on.
if he doesn't win the match, he's like, I sue you.
I will sue you.
Yeah, but he's blackballed too. Remember, that's what he said. The Rouscos take on Johnny Dango and Brian Myers. Mance Warner, the newly engaged Mance Warner, takes on Sami Callihan versus AJ Francis in a quarterfinal match for the TNA International Championship final at TNA Unbreakable next Thursday. You can find TNA Wrestling on Access TV at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 5 p.m. our time, also on TNA Plus. In Canada, you can find it at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Sportnet 360. The UK and Ireland, you can see it Friday at 1 a.m. GMT and on TNA. And the rest of the world, you can find it on TNA Plus. Man, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, with that being said, Josh.
Yes, sir.
It's your time to shine.
Let's
go ahead and talk about today in wrestling history.
Today in wrestling history, we're going back to 2000, the greatest year of professional wrestling of WCW.
The greatest?
Oh, yeah. Vince Russo era. It is when WCW rebooted everything. You know, when they stripped all the wrestlers of their titles.
I remember that horrible year.
It was the beginning and the debut of the new stable group called the New Blood against the Millionaires Club.
It was the beginning. It was the beginning of the end.
Pretty much, yeah. It was pretty much, yeah.
And Josh loved it. It
was a great time. It's a memorable.
Hey, Blood, are we ever going to do that with Roundtable Pro Wrestling? Just strip everyone of the belt?
We don't have any champions right now. Our first match, our first title is going to be a tag team match coming up.
Watch Blood and his tag team partner with the tag team titles, and immediately he stripped.
Yeah, I know what the belt. I'm gonna vacate it.
Wow, vacate will be the longest reigning champion in the history of everything.
Now, even though I'm saying this is the greatest year of all time, I'm being sarcastic. I mean, WCW was in the gutter pretty much during the 2000s. It was during a bad time.
Shane McMahon saved it.
He put the final nail in the coffin. That's what he did.
Oh
yeah,
God.
He saved it.
It was so horrible, man. And Josh you know, you are a sadist. Josh dreams of the day that I allow him to do today in wrestling history because he brings up a WCW every friggin' time.
Also, it's the same show, the same day where the debut of ECW champion Mike Awesome debuted on WCW also.
Oh my
The
God!
same
Mike
night,
Awesome?
he showed up on the show with the ECW championship.
What a legend!
I know, right? And yes, I always look forward to the day when I see there's WCW today on Wrestling History because I know Blood's going to love it or hate it. It's going to go either way.
You know I'm going to hate it.
Well, not true. You've liked a few of them. You've liked a few.
That
Oh
is
my
true. He
God.
did like a few of them.
Josh just loves today in wrestling history. He brings up
I
the
do.
worst of the worst.
And now we're done with WCW.
Yeah, well.
2001 is the taping of SmackDown in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where Jeff Hardy defeated Triple H for the WWF Intercontinental Championship.
That'll be part of a trivia quiz in the future. I gotta remember
Should
that.
probably, Julian, probably bring that up.
And also, 2009 is the year where Tori Wilson used her MySpace profile to announce her retirement from professional wrestling.
Man, remember MySpace? Yeah.
Oh, yes, I remember MySpace. All right.
Remember Tom?
Glory days.
Remember our friend Tom?
He was my very first friend.
Same here. He
Same.
was a great friend.
Wait
Whatever
a minute.
happened to him?
Wait, hold on a second. He was your first friend too?
Yeah, he was my first friend too.
What a fucking liar. He told me I was his best friend.
He was everybody's best friend.
He was everybody's
You
best.
liar, MySpace Tom.
And in 2014, Eric Young defeated Magnus to win the TNA World Championship.
Magnus? Wait. Do you mean the Magnus?
Yes.
Magnus?
The Magnus, who is the former NWA World Champion?
Magnus?
That Magnus? You mean that guy who's currently the WWE SmackDown General Manager? That
Wow.
Magnus?
Bad Magnus.
Nicholas Aldis? What?
Yes.
What? No.
Wow.
Get out of here.
And the final part of today in wrestling history is 2018, where
wait for
Kamala defeated Charlotte Flair to win the SmackDown Women's Championship with help with the Iconics.
Iconic.
Remember that?
No.
I don't believe she needed help from the Iconics to win the championship.
Iconic.
No, that's true. She did, but
Because they're now an inspiration to everyone.
That's true.
That's
But
there.
I want to know from people who's watching this right now, what's your favorite WCW moment? Let Bad Blood know.
What's your favorite? Oh, that's
I hate you so much for that. I'm gonna, we're gonna end the show with this. Every year at WrestleMania, the most amazing musical event that happens in the history of music is going to happen. Apparently, it's going to be on Netflix. Wow, thank God. Netflix presents my favorite part of WrestleMania, Wale Mania.
Oh.
And at Wale Mania this year, we're going to have Samantha the Bomb, baby.
Wow.
Ooh.
She's going to be debuting her new song. She's going to excitement. I'm not like that. I'm so sad I'm not going to be at WrestleMania week because that's the only time I really care about going to WrestleMania. It's for Wale Mania. But apparently Netflix is going to be presenting it. So hopefully it's on.
That's interesting, actually.
Hopefully it's on. Because if it is, we're going to stream that shit too, ladies and gentlemen. Wale Mania, April 17th. It's going to be awesome, man.
I can't wait for WrestleMania.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to kick it off with the Collective during WrestleMania week. All day we'll be watching wrestling. So make sure you got all your snacks, all your snackies.
All your Taco Bell, because I know you Taco Bell lovers are out there.
Taco Bell, your Jimmy John's. I'm going to be having it all here because both Shane and Josh owe me food.
I will send you the money.
WrestleMania week is going to be on and cracking. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you live this Friday.
Except for me, I won't be here tomorrow.
Except for Josh.
Next week I will. Next week I will.
Looking by myself.
Next week I will.
So that being said, ladies and gentlemen, have a good night. Bye.